What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin here, and in this video, we're going to be talking about one of the latest new devices from our friends over at Umidigi. Now, this is the Umidigi S5 Pro, and it looks like it's going to be one of the best devices from the company so far, and definitely one of the most high-end phones that they've ever created. So let's just get right into it and go over everything that you need to know about the phone. So the first thing is the price. So right now, the Umidigi S5 Pro is available over at AliExpress for a promotional pre-sale price of $333. Now, the price will be going up eventually. I don't know when that's going to be, and I also don't know what the price will be. But if you do want to get the phone right now for one of the cheapest prices that you can get it for, then you might want to consider going over to AliExpress and placing your pre-order. But regardless, as long as this phone stays under $400, I have a feeling based off the specifications that it offers that it's going to be a really good value. Now, as far as carrier support goes, this is a factory unlocked GSM device. So if you use a GSM carrier like AT&T or T-Mobile, then you will be able to use this phone with those carriers. And of course, if you're located outside of the US, then any GSM carriers wherever you are will work with this phone too. Another cool thing about this device, and just like pretty much every Umidigi device, this phone is dual SIM compatible. So if you do want to put multiple SIM cards into the phone, you do have the ability to do that and use both simultaneously. Now, the display with the Umidigi S5 Pro is very impressive. So this is a 6.39-inch AMOLED display. The display is 1080p. It features a PPI of 403. We're getting a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio, so that's very impressive as well. And we're getting a 93.1% screen to body ratio, so a very good screen to body ratio with this phone. And that is due to the pop-up front-facing camera, which I will be showing you in a second here. But you can see, taking a look at this image right here, essentially it's all display on the front. Now towards the bottom, there is a little bit of a bottom bezel, but hardly anything. So if you are looking for a full view display like this one, and you don't want to have a phone with a hole punch for the front facing camera, then this certainly might be a phone that you might want to consider. Now, this device is packed full of very impressive camera features. The first thing, of course, is the pop-up selfie camera. So the device does feature a pop-up camera, and it is 16 megapixels, and Umidigi has tested this camera, and they've confirmed that it can do at least 300,000 pop-ups before breaking. So that's an insane amount of pop-ups. So if you're worried at all about the long-term reliability of that selfie camera, I personally would not be worried. Now, on the rear of the device, we have a quad camera setup. It is a rectangular camera module, pretty similar to what we've been seeing with various Samsung devices like the A71 and A51 and even the S20. But we're getting a quad camera setup here with a 48 megapixel main camera, a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, which can take photos at up to 120 degrees, a 5 megapixel depth sensing camera, and a 5 megapixel macro camera for close-up photos. So really cool to see that we get all of those really awesome camera features. Based off this rear camera setup, it's very similar to the Galaxy A51, that's for sure, and even the A71 as far as the actual features that are included, especially that macro camera. So that's really cool to see. Another thing you might want to consider too is that with that pop-up selfie camera, you're really getting maximum security. You know that if the camera is inside of the device and not popped up, it is not taking photos or videos of you. I don't know if that's a concern that you have. Let me know about that in the comment section below. Personally, I'm usually not concerned about that too much, but it is a good feeling to know that you can 100% confirm that you have maximum privacy. Now, the cool features that the Umidigi S5 Pro offers continue on with having an in-display fingerprint sensor. So that's really awesome. Now, the first Umidigi phone with an in-display fingerprint sensor was the Umidigi X, which I reviewed last fall, and I was actually very impressed by the accuracy and quickness of that in-display fingerprint sensor. It actually was a lot more responsive and quicker than other devices I've used, such as the Bold N1 and even some of the lower end A series phones from Samsung that do offer in-display fingerprint sensors. So whoever Umidigi is getting their in-display fingerprint sensor technology from definitely knows what they're doing because it works really well. Now the Umidigi S5 Pro features 256 gigabytes of internal storage, so that's pretty incredible, really incredible actually for a phone in this price range. We are getting micro SD card support if that's not enough for you, so this is a great device to download movies, save a lot of photos and other content. So that's really nice that we get that much internal storage. In addition, the device features 6 gigabytes of RAM, so a lot of RAM, and it features the MediaTek Helio G90T processor. Now, I've personally never used a device with that processor, but Umidigi claims that the processor can get you an Antutu benchmark score of 283,333, and that's better than the Antutu benchmark score that you can get with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 730, which is the processor that's featured in the Samsung Galaxy A71. So that's a really cool thing to see. Of course, once I actually get the device to review myself, I will confirm all of that, but it looks like they really are packing this device with a very powerful processor. The device features a very beefy battery at 4,680 milliamp hours. We're getting 18-watt fast charging support. The device features a stock version of Android 10, so that's great, the latest version of Android. And it does feature NFC, so you can use Google Pay or whatever else you like to use NFC for. So overall, I'm very excited about the Umidigi S5 Pro. Last year, I covered the Umidigi S3 Pro, which was the predecessor to this device. They never made a phone called S4 Pro, so I don't know why, but they just skipped over to S5 Pro. But the S3 Pro is an excellent device, but this looks dramatically better, and I'm really excited to test this out. In fact, this looks like one of the most exciting devices from Umidigi yet. So it's great to see that Umidigi is continuing to improve as far as the products they're offering and the quality of those products. So I'm really rooting for this company to continue to do great things as they've done in the past. And I'm really curious to know your thoughts about the phone. Do you think this is a better option compared to the Samsung Galaxy A71? Or A51? It kind of slots in between the two price-wise, but specification-wise, it looks like we're getting more here than what we get with the A71, which retails at around $400. So yeah, I'm really curious to know what you think. Is this going to be a major win for Umidigi? Or do you want to wait a little bit longer until me or other reviewers get our hands on the product to really test it out? Really curious to know what you think, but I know at least for me, I'm really excited about the phone. And again, if you do want to pre-order this and lock in that $333 price, then take a look at the link in the video description as they'll take you over to AliExpress where you can place your order. I'm sure in probably a month or two from now, the phone will be available on Amazon. But if you don't want to wait and you want to save some money, then I feel like you might want to place your order pretty soon. Another thing I want to mention too is that it is available in 2 different colors. You can get it in both black and blue, and you can see that it does kind of have like a cool wavy design on the back. But overall, very cool product, Umidigi. But give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.